All right, so welcome back to the channel, and here we are doing this problem over here. Let's take a look at all these circles. So we're going to start with the R15, and then the next one is R50. We're going to skip all this small circle, and we're going to continue on to draw the other ones over here: 115, 125, 145, and 155. All right, so I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to click on that. I'm gonna go ahead try to track it over here so I can do it. All right, I'm gonna do the 15 and I'm gonna do the 50. All right, now I know that I'm right now in center line, but if you want to, you can just click on it and change it back to my continuous right there. All right, I'm gonna continue with my circle by doing the 115, and then I'll keep doing 125, and then I'll do the 145. And last one is the 155. Okay, and then all of this need to be in continuous. All right, escape. Now when I have that right there, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I create a layer. I'm going to click on here. This layer is going to be center line. I'm going to make it green. All right, click OK. And also I'll make another one that's called dimension. All right, I'm gonna change the dimension to magenta, click OK. All right, so when I have that, now let's say I want to construct all of this center line, because that's gonna help me with multiple things. I'm gonna click on it, click center line. Now I can start constructing it. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go up there, hit escape. I'm gonna do that again. This time I'm gonna do horizontal to about here, hit escape. Then I can use that information now, whatever I just create, to trim out the section I don't need anymore. All right. Now the next thing I do is I'm looking at this 37-degree angle. So I'm going to go and create that 37-degree angle real quick. Right here is 0 degree, and the degree just increase. So I'm going to hit tab key, put in 37, escape. All right. Now I have that. I also going to use mirror, and I'll click on it, hit enter. I'm gonna mirror over this center, right? I'm gonna mirror it over there, hit no to erase, and I can trim it. Now that's one way of doing it, or I can just draw another 30-degree angle above. All right, so when that is done, I don't need this right now. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna put it back. Now I'm gonna get rid of it because I can redraw it later. All right, so what I'm gonna do is now let's talk about this right here, this center line. So that is right in the middle of the 125 and the 145. All right. So 125 and 145 is 20 units apart. So that means from this center line to either side is 10. All right. With that information, I'm going to go ahead and see 125 plus 10 is 135. So that right there is 135. I'm going to go ahead and do one thing here to make sure that I got everything correctly. I'm going to trim this little section so I can grab my center easily right there. It's going to be 135. Okay, escape. And then now I can also trim that right there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to our construction layer and construct at the intersection there. We're going to construct that. We're going to go ahead and make sure that this is continuous. All right, enter. And then we're going to click on enter. We're going to do another circle right there and make sure it's also continuous. All right, now I can use those two and I can mirror it, or I can just go up here and I can just draw two more circles. So whatever is easier for you. So I'm going to do that, hit enter. I'm going to do that. escape. And then at this point, I can trim the section that the shapes allow me to trim, which is that. And then here, be careful on where you click. All right, so that right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the information that's given on this section. Now, what we're going to do next right now is we're going to go in and we're going to see at this center line here, there's 40 right here between that. That means from the center line up is 20, from the center line down is 20. So I'm going to go in here, put 20, enter, take this up 20, take this down 20, escape. And this, both of these, I want them to be by layer. So I need them to be in the 0 layer and I want them to be in continuous. All right. Then I'll trim out where, or I can leave that right now. I'm going to take a look at this little art right here. There's R5 on both of those and that one as well. Now, we're going to assume some of those fillet there, if they're not the same, we're going to assume that they are for this problem. So that's why they are 5 units here. All right. So I'm going to do fillet, first object, click on radius, make it 5, enter, and right there, we're doing the same by hitting enter again, first object, second object. Now, if I cannot do that, I'm going to do fillet right there, first object, radius 5 unit, hit enter, and then second object. All right. Now, before I do this fillet right here, because if I do it right now, I think it might be oh, that's fine. Then I can just do that. There's multiple fillet. They just remind me that I can do multiple fillet. That's going to help me save time, they said. All right, so now we have that. So look like the mistake is happened when I do the fillet without trimming first. So what I'm going to go, I'm going to go right back and I'm going to trim those things first. All right. I'm going to trim those and even this right here. I'm going to trim those section first before I do the fillet for these 2 corners. So I'm going to select my first object, then radius, which is 5, hit enter because I'm going to, and then we're going to do that again for that section. Okay, so that is done on this right side. And then we're going to go back to the center here. Okay, at this point, we can go back to my center line layer. I just want to turn it on, please. I just want to select it. I don't want to select the color. All right, we're going to go here and then we're going to go ahead, construct this segment there. It should be in center line. All right, anyhow, when we're done with that, we're going to go to our construction layer and we're going to go ahead and use the information that's given here. We have the R32.5. That right there is the center circle. I'm going to use that to construct, which is going to be what, 32.5. Let's change that real quick. 32.5, enter. Now the intersection of the center circle and this segment, that intersection will give you the center for the circle that we need to draw, which is a diameter of 22. So I'm going to click on that, draw out my circle. Right now it's in radius. I'm going to hit D, enter, and I'm going to put in 22, enter. All right, or you can just take 22 divided by 2, you got 11. All right, now that we have that, let's count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of those. We're going to go up to the array and then we select our first object, hit enter. We want to rotate that around there. That's 6. That's where you can change the number. We're good. All right, so I believe in this problem is done. The only thing we need to do is we're going to go back to our dimension layer. I'm going to take out your dimension. All right, so as you can see, let's zoom in here and there. All right, that's our dimension. This one, let me zoom in real quick. R11, but if you hit D and hit enter, that's chain 2 diameter. All right, and then this one is R125. This one is R115. This problem is done. Enjoy. Thank you for watching.